I'm going to jump into something that's come out today. Balon d'Or list. Balon d'Or list came out today. There's no more Messi. There's no more Ronaldo. Very quickly around the room, who would you say from the list of players, and there's a whole list, you got Dembele, you got Bellingham, you got Salah, you got Kane, you got Doué, you got Yamal, Vinicius, you even got Verts on there. Who would you say should be taking that trophy for this year?
Depends on what you're judging it on. And
I'll say Dembele.
Dembele for me.
Dembele would get it because of the amount of things that. Well, they won the Champions League, they won the French Cup.
What? No Chelsea player that won the World Club?
That was a relevant cup. All right.
I'm just asking.
But if you're going to tell me out of that list, who's probably the best player on that list, player for player, pound for pound, as young as he is, it's Yamal.
Has he had the best year?
He's had an amazing year.
Has he had the best year?
Rafinha had a better year than
in his for numbers, but this is statistically, yes, that is what it looks like. But as a player, it's like if without him, do they do as well? If you take Yamal out of their team, do they do as well? If you take Rafinha out of their team, I can say they still do levels. Yamal was the main player.
He's the top goal scorer and top assist.
Still the main player in their team. It was still if you watch the games, and you're a man that watches the games, all right? Yamal is way too important to them. Everything runs through him. And it's like it's the same thing. If we can sit there and say, well, Salah should be up there because Liverpool don't win the league without Salah. No matter what anyone says, Liverpool do not run away with the league without Mo Salah.
His Champions League messed him up.
The Champions League, it's one game. It was one hectic game. I was there, all right? It was an amazing game. It was probably the best game out of the hardest game that PSG had in the Champions League, all right? And they won it, just about. It was the hardest, bro. It was definitely the hardest. I was there. Did you go there? I was there. It was
I don't mean it was hard.
It was definitely the hardest.
I didn't see it on the pitch. You get what I'm saying?
I saw everything.
Handing that water to the players when they come over.
I was trying, bro.
Orange juice. Let's keep it up.
I was trying. No, it was definitely the hardest game. And I look at it itself, the way that the system works, the Balon d'Ors and all the rest of it, they look at the way who won the Champions League. They don't care about anything else. Did you win the Champions League? Did you win the European Championship? Did you win a World Cup? They look at things like that rather than to say, do you know what? That player is actually the best player in the world right now. All right? And if I said to myself, out of that list, who's the best in the world? I'm going to give it to Yamal.
Balon d'Or is not judged on the best.
I just said that. It's not judged. That's what I'm asking.
Sending it back to the question, who's had the best year? Who would you give on the Balon d'Or criteria?
Dembele's had the best year. He's had the best year.
And Rafinha is number 2. Vitinha on there. Yes. For me, it's Vitinha.
Vitinha's on there, but he's
that's the thing, right? James knows me. I'm an unsung hero guy. For me, he dictates how PSG plays. And you saw how important he was in the final. He not only won the Champions League, the league with them, he also won the Nations League with Portugal, which they weren't ever favoured to win the Nations League this year. So I would say his influence, and if you look at all the games they played, he was the person that dictates the way they play. I would say Vitinha is probably the Balon d'Or winner for me.
Well, there is a Man United link on there. You got Scott McTominay on there. You've also got. I wasn't going to mention it, Wiley. Why do you do that? I wasn't going to mention it, but I'll let you go. Go. You've also got Harry Kane on there, and Declan Rice is on there. I didn't expect Declan Rice to be on there. Why is Rice putting on there?
Rice is on there because of the 2 free kicks, bro.
That's crazy.
That's the truth, though. The 2 free kicks, they were worldies, bro.
And 1 Muller Rice advert.
That's what they put him on there for.
When he's won nothing.
That's what they put him on there for. 100%. It was for the 2 worldies.
That almost lowers the tone on the list for me.
But you see where you was going about the Vidic argument about the caliber of players. Yeah. This Ballon d'Or list and the way that the Ballon d'Or lists have been over the last few years, the talent pool is not there. Yeah. It's not there like it used to be. In my opinion.
Is that because Messi and Ronaldo dominated for so long? Not. They dominated it. You'll have a while the other in it. Did you know? If you think about who was that? So apart from Messi and Ronaldo, who would you have said would have been in that argument when they was dominating though?
Lewandowski during COVID. I think for me that's when I lost love for the Ballon d'Or. You see when they completely. I would say
it wasn't the Henry word,
but they just ignored him.
That's going back.
As I said, go even further back. Wasn't the Henry
But even further back there was a better pool of players in my opinion than there are now. 100%.
I'm not going with that.
You got Ribery. You know,
he
got robbed.
That was a robbery.
I mean, it's bare robberies. The Balon d'Or isn't done in a fair way, innit? It's not done in a fair way. But that's why I said to you when you said the list, I said, if I look at the list and who I think is the best player, I can tell you who I think the best player on that list is. I can tell you who had the best year. Dembele's had the best year. Do you know what I mean? And that's what we'll look at.
Rafinha's a close second, though, you know. He's just
Rafinha's
not got-
close,
he's
and
just not got the
Vitinha's
trophies
close.
to really-
And underneath that, you got Salah. So the top four, that's my top four right there. You just said it. Like I wouldn't change any one of those top four. If they said that they won it, I'm not gonna go robbery.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I was like, oh, right, I get it. Do you know what I mean? They've all got reasons
I
to win
probably
it.
put Yamal in third before Salah, but you'd say that's right.
I mean, we don't listen to you.
We can put McTominay at number 2, yeah? Just to be.
I like when I
just to be
see
on the
someone
fair
dribbling,
side.
they've actually got control of the ball. It's not all over the place.
Wow, you're gonna say that about
We're
Mo?
gonna get to that. We're gonna get to that. We're gonna
Bro,
get to
let me
that.
kill
We're
him.
gonna get
Just
to
let me
that.
kill him. Now I'm on it.
This is on camera, by the way, so no one sees me after this. You know who to do.
Yeah, man.